Hello, this is MemeAnalysis, and today we're going to be talking about the Oedipus complex. No, Mom, please, I have to get this video done, please, Mom. Oh! Hello, this is MemeAnalysis. And today, we're going to be talking about the Oedipus complex in memes. Now, the Oedipus complex is one of Freud's most notorious and infamous ideas, an idea that a lot of people have a lot of trouble with. And that's because it relates to the most integral nucleus of humanity, which is the mother, the father, and the child, wherein all dynamics that will affect a person throughout life are initiated. Now, Freud sees the situation perfectly exposed in the Greek tragedy Oedipus the King by Sophocles, in which Oedipus is foretold that he will kill his father and sleep with his mother by an oracle. But Oedipus, his father, casts him away. But, of course, the fates will have their way. The unconscious will have its way. And so Oedipus, by many of his own attempts at a life, ultimately returns. And fate has its way, and he kills his father, not knowing it's his father, and sleeps with his mother, not knowing it's his mother. This is the nature that Freud saw in every young boy. The desire for the opposite sex, and hatred for the same sex. Now, this is also mirrored with Jung and his view of women, the Electra complex, which is from Aeschylus's tragedy about Electra. So, in that we see the identical gender conflict between father, mother, and daughter. The daughter who desires the father and despises the mother. So, to break this down into a very clear way of seeing memes, we have to see it as a triad of desire, which is the self-insert, the child, the object of desire, which is the parent of the opposite gender, and the prohibitive factor, which is the father. So, we can see this very clearly in a lot of different meme formats. Because it is a aspect of life that's eternal. We will never get what we want. And even if we did get what we want, it would still be tragic and terrible. This is mirrored in the cards that I've chosen. The magical triad of Mercury, Sulfur, and Salt, which retains the character of androgynous child in Mercury, the feminine Salt, and the masculine Sulfur. This triad and this nature of desire will repeat endlessly. So of course we would see them in many of the memes that become popular. Because, just as tarot cards, just as Freud himself, just as the tragedies of ancient Greece, we are all experiencing the same relations of desire. So, to supplement the concept of the Oedipus complex and the nature of sexual desires for parents, I thought I would introduce Jung and his book Ion, in which he very clearly talks about the nature of desire and the nature of our parents in a way that I think is more honest than Freud about what a parent is. So, this is where the fallacy of the veiled one comes in. The fallacy, which stems from Eubilides, the Megarian, runs, "Can you recognize your father? Yes. Can you recognize this veiled one? No. This veiled one is your father. Hence, you can recognize your father and not recognize him." What Jung is telling us here is that the image that we have of our parents is not even close to the reality of that person. Our true father and our true mother are totally alien to us. We are only in relation with psychological projections that have the appearance of our parents, that say what our parents say, which is why we are so often confused, disappointed, and enraged with the way that we are treated and the way that they communicate with us. Because we have expectations that are for dreams, illusions, and fantasies, and not the real people that we know. So, ultimately, the nature of Oedipal memes is about illusion, about disappointment, and a failure when we desire. Remember, memes matter.